Hey everyone, it's Nina from One N Agency, and thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. So for you guys that do not know who I am, let me just kind of introduce myself and tell you, what I do. So like I said, I'm Nina, and I am a former salon owner and stylist. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Former salon owner and stylist. I've been in the business for 21 years, owned my salon for 11, and I sold my salon back in October of 2016, so I can dedicate 100% of my time to my coaching business and coaching and helping people like you, salon owners and stylists. Hi Nora. So I'm working, really my focus is working with salon owners to help them become salon leaders, and working with hairstylists to help you guys become a little bit more business savvy behind the chair. So check out my website, and also follow me on Instagram too if we're not connected. It's Nina, N-I-N-A, the number 2, L-E-O. I would love to connect with you guys on Instagram. I know obviously we're connected on Facebook. And hey Sarah. And so I am always talking about how to build your numbers, or how to build your book. Let's talk about your numbers, what you should be focusing on, client retention, attracting new clients. I love talking about all of that stuff. But you also hear me talk about, hey Kathy, hey Vlad. You also hear me talk a lot about personally investing in yourself and spending time to work on you so you can be the best version of yourself behind the chair for your clients. And then also, working on yourself and working, within yourself, within your business, obviously helps you at home to be a better mom and a better wife and a better sister and all of that stuff too. So I'm a big proponent, hi Janine, I'm a big proponent on, yes, you must be technically solid behind the chair, giving great haircuts, amazing balayage styles, colors, all of that. But you also hear me talk about the importance of the way you treat your clients and the way that you make them feel. But also the other side of this is how you treat yourself. And if you want to be successful in life, or if you want to be successful in this business, you really have to spend time working on you. So how many of you guys, hey Ezio, how many of you guys do not spend enough time working on yourself? I raise my hand for that too, because I definitely don't spend enough time working on myself. However, since I am not working behind the chair and have my salon anymore and working on the coaching business, I do have a little bit more time to work on myself. I want to tell you that it's very important. Hi Tracy. It's so important to continue to work on yourself and fill yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with the people that you want to be. Surround yourself with the people you aspire to be. And really fill yourself with positive things. This is so important. I want to talk about the words I am, because through my travels, I do a lot of traveling, from salon to salon, and I have a lot of time to think to myself. A lot of the times I'm on the road, and and just being in this business and working with other stylists, and even with my own stylists, you get nervous and you get self-conscious, behind the chair, especially when you're new. And even when you've been in this business for a while, sometimes you have to really still stay focused and educate yourself and make sure that you're on the forefront, so you always remain confident behind the chair. Because when you're confident in yourself and you believe in who you are, your clients believe in you too. And this is very important. So what I want to talk about today is the words I am. And I want to talk about the way that you're talking to yourself, because what you say to yourself on a regular basis and what you think about yourself actually gets put out into your clients, into your family, and to the universe. And I'm a big believer in you attract who you are, and also you become what you think about. And my mentor would love me for saying that, because I learned that from her many years ago. She would always say that to me, you become what you think about. And so I want to give you a couple tips on, you know, how you're talking to yourself and what you're thinking about yourself and how that relates and correlates to you being the best you can be behind the chair. But I also want to give you some tips and tools and things that you can do to change your mindset, because this is really what it all comes down to. It's retraining your brain to think in a more positive way. You know, we are trained as humans typically to be a little bit more on the cautious side or more negative. You know, that's just kind of how we are as people. You know, we have to retrain our brains sometimes to get out of that. A lot of it comes from the way that your home life and the way that you were raised. And, you know, a lot of it has to do with the way you think about yourself and how you feel about who you are. And so, hey, Kelly, hey, Leslie. So I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about how important it is to really spend time working on you, because yes, this has to do with the way that you will grow your business behind the chair. And so a couple things. So let's talk about the law of attraction. Anybody watch The Secret or read the book or watch the movie? I really believe in that. And, you know, what you think, if you hold on to a thought for more than 3 seconds, I'm going to tell you right now that you're actually, once it's in your brain for 3 seconds, you've already put it out there. You put it out into the universe, right? So when you start talking to yourself or having negative, negative chatter is what we call it, in your mind, you've got 3 seconds to change that thought. It takes a lot of work to be able to do this. I'm still a work in progress. You know, you guys have heard me talk about, I have really bad anxiety, and so I really have to work on that on a regular basis, because that negative, that little guy that comes into your brain and takes over and starts spewing all these negative things, you have to really train yourself to shut them down, and you've got 3 seconds to do it. Because if you don't, you're putting that out, and then what you put out is what you get back. So I want to talk about that. You know, you guys have, hey Gary, hey Sue, what you think of yourself is far more important than what anyone ever can say or can think about you. I want you to just think about that just for a minute, because what you say to yourself, how you treat yourself, and what you think about yourself goes way beyond what anybody else can say about you, because we are our own worst critic. We are so hard on ourselves. And so really be kind to yourself. And, you know, what you have to do in terms of changing this negativity that comes into your brain is counteract it. And I'm going to talk about redefining it in a second. So how many of you behind the chair, you know, a new client comes in and they start talking about now they want an asymmetrical bob. Okay, everybody gets nervous around that haircut, right? You know, or an inverted bob. And then right off the bat, she sits in the chair, you're defeated, right? Oh my God, I'm not good with this haircut. You know, people complain when I do this haircut. What if I screw it up and she doesn't like it? What if she doesn't want to come back? And we start thinking of all of these things, and you haven't even talked to her yet, right? You haven't even had a consultation with her to get a sense of who she is and really understand what it is that she's looking for. So, you know, when you have to stop that before you get into it. And it's really being mindful and being present in that moment. Don't project or, you know, come up with a conclusion before you even got started. Don't get in this already defeated. And so what you have to do, and I talk about this because I had a stylist that was new behind the chair, and she had really bad anxiety, and, you know, I really wanted to help her walk through that, and that was something kind of that we bonded over because of my anxiety too, so I could really help her, you know, get through it and walk through it, and breathing techniques and all of that stuff. But I can tell you that if you already go in defeated to your client, you've already lost, because now that energy that you're feeling, that defeated feeling, and that feeling that they're not going to like it, they're not going to come back, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, you're beating yourself up, you're already putting that out to the client, and they can feel it. And so when you have those moments, you really, really have to take a moment, step back, and once you think of those things, you automatically have to replace them with something positive. Please feel free to share this video, guys. You guys have been so awesome in sharing my stuff. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I've been getting people from all over the world, which is so awesome. But please share this, because I think it's so important for people to understand and to relate that other people are going through and having, you know, these negative thoughts. So back to what I was saying. When you're having those moments, especially behind the chair, you have to replace it with something else. And this is what I would teach her. You know, so if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this haircut. I screwed it up the last time. She was unhappy. You have to think to yourself, I can do this. She's going to love it. She's going to love me. She's going to pre-book. She is going to send all of her friends to me. I am awesome. I am talented. I can do this. And you almost have to create like a safe, like a go-to mantra for yourself that you can say. You know, for me, it was always, I'm okay, I'm okay. You know, I kind of would just say that to myself. And, you know, you have to have that go-to when you start to get nervous like that. Nothing is worse than when you're behind the chair and you're so nervous and your client can feel that energy. So retraining your brain so you don't put out that energy, because remember, you have 3 seconds to change it. Start to insert those negative thoughts with something positive. I can, I will, I am capable, I am awesome, whatever it is for you. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, when you're talking to yourself on a regular basis, just think of all the things that you say to yourself, or that you just say, or you're complaining, or, you know, things like that. You know, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done that. Or how stupid am I? I can't believe that I reacted that way. Or, you know, I'm not who I used to be. Or I used to be so fun and now I'm, you know, just these things that we, on a regular basis, like every minute, we're saying these things to ourselves. Be kind to yourself, because what you say to yourself is actually what you believe, right? So I'm going to give you an exercise to do, and some of you may do this and some of you may think this is a little off color, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because I've been there and I've done it. Everything that I will ever ask you to do, I have done myself. So what I want you to do, especially if you have anxiety and you do have a lot of negative chatter, it's really good to do this exercise. You get a Post-it note or a whole pack, whatever you want, right? And on that Post-it note, you write, I am, and behind I am, you write whatever you want to feel about yourself. So, you know, I am beautiful, I am fabulous, I am talented, I am, whatever that is for you. You write it on a Post-it note, big, you know, marker, okay? And then you put it on your mirror in the bathroom, and every single morning you say it to yourself, okay? Now, when my friend told me to do this 10 years ago, I looked at her like she was crazy, and until I started to do it. And for me, it was more of working on myself, like working on my self-esteem and my confidence, right? So for me, it was, you know, I love you, or I am worth it, you know, those kinds of things, which are positive affirmations. You can do that too. But I challenge you to really do this every single day for 2 weeks. That's all I ask, 2 weeks, right? And I want you to see what happens. Because again, the way that you talk to yourself, what you believe of yourself, is what you become. And it's really the most important thing outside of anything that anybody could ever say to you. And so try it for 2 weeks. And I want you to really work on substituting those negative words into positive affirmations, especially when you're behind the chair. Don't go in defeated, because you're kind of like, you know, you're going in and you're like, I'm done, you know, and that's not what your clients are looking for, nor is it what they deserve, right? Because they deserve the best experience. The reason why I talk about this stuff, hi Joellen, is because I am a firm believer on working on your technical skills, treating your clients, you know, and making them feel a way that no one can make them feel. But how can you make someone feel a certain way if you don't feel that about yourself, right? So we have to work on this kind of stuff for us so we can be our absolute best for our clients, for our husbands, for our, you know, moms, whatever it is, whatever that, you know, your family is for you. And so I want you to really, I challenge you to do this affirmation on the Post-it note every day for 2 weeks, okay? So help me out here. So, oh my God, you guys, you're tuning in from Australia. Thank you so much. I love that. Washington State. It's so cool. I just love meeting people and chatting with you guys from all over the world. It's just awesome. So I really, really want you to notice the change on what happens of when you start to feel differently about you. You walk differently, you talk differently, your positioning, your stance is different. You just gain this sense of confidence when you feel better about who you are. In turn, what happens, right? You start to treat your clients better. You start to really, you work from this space where it's super confident and you're super comfortable. Your clients vibe off of that and they love that energy. So they pre-book. Your client retention will go up. They will send you referrals. I'm telling you, this stuff works. I did this with my team. I put them all through the ringer. We worked on technical stuff, yes, but a lot of this is the kind of stuff that we really worked on in our coaching sessions. I'm sure at times they wanted to, they thought, who is this chick? What's wrong with her? She's so crazy, over the top when we're trying, I want to cut hair, right? I'm here to do hair. But really, it's not about that. It's about the experience that you are giving to the client. And in order for you to give them the best salon experience, you have to be 100% within yourself. Now, things are going to happen in life, right? Things happen as time goes on, and we have to remember to hang that stuff up in the back room or at the back door and leave it there for the day so we can be our best for our clients. But things are going to happen, but this is where you're retraining yourself constantly to always reset and be kind to who you are. So I am, 2 powerful words, right? When you think, hopefully you think about this video when you start to talk about yourself, or you are saying things to yourself just, in your own mind, and you're thinking to myself, what am I saying about myself on a regular basis? I am what? If you are saying that you're stupid, or you're saying that you don't understand, or I'm a slow learner, or I don't read well, or all of those things, that's the stuff that you're putting out there. We've got to change that. So that's why I'm asking you to do this 2-week challenge. Do it for me, please. And I would love to hear how it works out for you. Just in 2 weeks, it will change everything, and change starts with us. And so my salon owners that are on here, if you want to see change within your business, you have to be the change that you want to see in your business. It all starts with you, your energy, your attitude. You set the tone for the business. And when you start to really work on yourself and you're more positive for your team culture, the salon culture gets better and more positive. And so I really encourage you to do this. Be kind to yourself. And remember, what you say to yourself is a lot more important than what others say to you or about you. And, really, it just all starts from there, because it is so incredibly powerful how we can change who we are, what we think with our minds. Our minds are so powerful. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I did talk a little bit about, I was going to go into redefining all of this stuff, but I just want to leave you with the challenge, with the Post-it note, and I'm going to leave you with, the 3-second rule in changing your thought process, changing those negative thoughts to positive. I don't want to overwhelm you with all of this stuff, because I could go through a list of things. Maybe I'll do that on another live. But please, guys, send me messages. You guys have been so awesome. Feedback, topics, anything like that. I do have a couple really cool things coming up. On September 18th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing a Facebook Live with Allison. She is Braided and Blonde on Instagram. And we are going to be doing balayage techniques. Live, 10 a.m. September 18th. I'm so excited about it. I also have my Successful Salon Leader webinar series. I have session 2 coming out on September 20th. And I'm just really excited about all of that stuff. So check out my website, onenagency.com. I have a ton of blogs on there. I have a lot of my live videos on there now that you can go to my videos page and check them out. But I appreciate you guys so much for just being super supportive and sharing these videos and just getting out all of this information and sending me just such kind messages. You truly inspire me to do what I do every single day. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have an awesome night, and I will see you soon. Bye.